Hey beauties, it's me, I'm back again, and today I'm going to be reacting to one of Brad Mondo's videos. It's what hair color suits your skin tone, and I want to make sure that we're being given the correct information. So let's go ahead and see.
Hi there, beautiful. How are we today?
Oh, hi.
You look magnificent. Thank you for being here. Today, we're doing a little remake. I was searching around YouTube for some hair topics today to talk about, and I came across, well, my own channel. And I came across a video, the hair color that will best suit you and your skin tone.
This is going to be very interesting, and I'm excited to get started to see what he's actually going to tell us about this, and if the information is even correct.
I want to talk today about how to pick the correct hair color for your skin tone. So we're gonna discover today what your skin tone is. Is it cool, warm, neutral? And what hair color will work perfect for you? So the first question is, are you cool, are you warm, or are you neutral? Let's get it started. Let's first break down what warm, cool, and neutral is. Let's go over cool toned skin first. Think of cool tones as stormy weather. So what do you see when you're seeing a storm happen? You're seeing a lot of blues, a lot of purples, grays. You're seeing all those kind of cold colors, okay? That is cool tones. And then the opposite of cool would be warm. So warm is a warm, sunny day. I mean, that's pretty simple. You can think of a summer day. What are you seeing outside? You're seeing the sun. You're seeing that yellow sun reflect off of everything. Now, neutral is even simpler than those two, because if you already know what those two are, then you know what neutral is. It's a combination of both cool and warm. Boom. Neutral is a mix of warm and cool. Cool tones exist in the winter, warm tones in the summer, and neutral exists in between, in the fall. So now that we have that.
Okay, so we have some good information there. Yes, cool tones are more along the lines of blues, purples, and yes, they make you feel cold on the inside. But then you have your warm tones. Warm can also be, like Brad had mentioned, you have your golds and you have your yellows, but some reds can also be warm. You have your auburns. Also, the fall weather can kind of really, or autumn weather, can make you feel like you have that warmth as well. Neutral, yes, it's a combination of both. You have your warm, you have your cool, you combine them together, and you have the perfect neutral color. So yeah, so far, so good, Brad.
Basic understanding of what cool, warm, and neutral is, let's figure out what your skin tone is. Which of those three are you? Now, I like to first do a few tricks to kind of figure this out. This is just some fun stuff you can do at home to look at your own body and figure out which one you are, but we'll go through a lot of different ways. So just to start off, we'll talk about your veins. So if you look at your wrist right here and you look really close at your veins, you will see the color of your veins vaguely. If you have blue or
I don't have any.
You most likely have cool skin. If you have green or olive veins, you're most likely warm. And if you have blue or green, you could still be on that sliding scale of neutral. So that'll tell you if you're kind of leaning on the cool side or the warm.
Okay, so just to go into an explanation about this, because I don't feel like he goes in enough. Your veins are predominantly blue, but when you have a warm undertone and that is placed over your blue veins, it will give the illusion of green veins. If you have maybe a more gray skin tone, cool skin tone, they'll appear like a more purpley blue vibe. So it's all based on your undertone, and that'll give you more than likely what your skin tone might be. So Brad, you're not wrong there. Let's continue.
There's no real way of seeing if you have neutral skin tone with your veins, because that would be like a combination of the both, and usually our veins are not a combination of two different colors. That would be cool. So the next trick we can add on top of that one. So now that you have that knowledge, you're like, oh, I think I have cool toned skin. Well, the next question is, does gold jewelry or silver jewelry look better on you? Do you usually find yourself leaning towards one or the other? Silver jewelry is cool, whereas gold jewelry is warm. So if silver looks good on you and you have blue veins, you're probably got some cool skin. And vice versa, if you have green veins and you like gold a lot, maybe you are extremely warm. Maybe. Next, you can also look in the mirror at your own.
Okay, I'm gonna cut him short just there. Jewelry has nothing to do with the skin tone. Well, actually it does. What am I talking about? If you have cool skin, you do not wear silver jewelry. If you have warm skin, you do not wear gold jewelry. It's actually the other way around. When we talk about skin tone, we want to create balance. So if you have a cool skin tone, you're going to wear warmer toned jewelry. So gold is the perfect combination, or rose gold, to go with a cooler skin tone. It's going to create balance. It's going to bring out that warmth in your cheeks. It's going to give you a bit more glow. Same if you have a warm skin tone, you want to bring it down. If you have redness in the face, you're going to wear a silver or cool tone jewelry, and that's going to create balance. It's all about balance. I'm sorry, Brad, you're wrong with that. Well, I think you're wrong. Let's continue.
And at your face, all right? Take a white piece of paper, hold it up to your face. Does your face look yellow next to the white piece of paper? Or does it look more pink toned next to the paper, or red? If you look more golden, you are warm. If you look more red and pink, you're more cool toned. If you're seeing a combination of both, you're neutral. So those are just a few tricks you can use in order to figure out if you're...
Okay, so that trick indeed does work. When you hold up a blank piece of paper beside your skin, it does give a reflection of what works best, or the type of skin tone that you do have. So yeah, good one, Brad. I like that little trick.
Warm or neutral. Now, you can also look at your genetics. Do you tan easily? If you go out in the sun, are you gonna come back home with just a beautiful golden tan, no real redness? Like, you're just gonna be so sun-kissed and golden and so beautiful? Or are you gonna go in the sun and come back with just red skin, burnt to a crisp, not cute looking? Is that you? Because you're probably cool toned. If you said you are the first one where you come back home with that beautiful golden sun-kissed skin, then you're probably warm. And lastly, you can...
Okay, so that's a perfect way to figure out if you have cool or warm skin tones as well. Yes, cool skin tones are usually quite pale, can be a little bit more on the pastier side. And yes, if you go away on holidays and burn, you are definitely a cool girl. If you come back with a nice, warm, beautiful glow, J-Lo, yes, you have a warmer skin tone and you tend to burn less. So that's some good tips there you got, Brad.
Out your eye color. If you have blue eyes, grayish eyes, deep brown eyes, or green eyes, you're most likely cool toned. If you have brown, hazel eyes, or honey looking eyes, then you're probably warm toned. And then neutral is just a mixture of all different kinds. So if you're at this...
Eye color can be a factor to what skin tone you are, but not always. So I would say I have a warmer skin tone. I'm not exactly cool, but I actually have very blue eyes. So it doesn't always determine what skin tone you are. So I wouldn't necessarily go on what your eye color is based. Genetics, yes, usually if your parents have a warmer skin tone opposed to a cool skin tone, that is definitely going to say whether you are born with a similar skin tone. So genetics is key, but I don't know about the eye color.
And you haven't decided if you're cool or warm yet, you're most likely neutral. If you think silver jewelry, gold jewelry looks great on you, if you have warm skin but you have blue eyes, all these kinds of opposites going on, you're most likely right in the middle with our neutral fam. So now that you have...
Does that mean I'm neutral? I have blue eyes and warm skin?
I don't know.
I don't know if I'm neutral. I don't feel like I'm neutral. Yeah, I think I am definitely more on the warmer side, but I do have blue eyes. So is that neutral? Blue and maybe I'm neutral. So usually on the color spectrum would be a cooler color and a warm color. So you would have like your yellows and you would have your blues, and like you said, combine them together. It makes beige. Am I beige? Am I sad and beige? I hope I'm not.
Of that beautiful, wonderful knowledge about all different skin tones, let's move on to some fun. Let's have some fun. We're gonna play a game, all right? We're gonna play a game where you choose the skin tone, all right? So we're gonna have all three options: cool, warm, and neutral. You're gonna see a picture of a celebrity and you're gonna choose which out of those three.
I love games.
Are they cool, warm, or neutral? Pretty easy. The stakes are very high. I don't know what the stakes are yet, so do your best, okay? I will be playing with you.
Guess a tone.
Here we have Miss Giselle Bündchen. She is
Warm.
hot and a
Warm.
very pretty woman. Looking at this picture, do you think Miss Giselle is cool, warm, or neutral? I'll give you a second for this one.
I think she's warm. But with her blue eyes, is she neutral? No, she's warm. She's a golden goddess.
Okay. Do you have your answer?
Warm golden
What is
hair,
it?
warm skin.
I don't hear you.
I said warm.
Alright. If you chose warm, you would be correct. Congratulations. If you didn't choose warm, well, best of luck next time. Giselle is warm. You see her rocking a lot of gold all the time, and it really makes her look like she's glowing from within.
She should wear a bit more silver. Sorry, Brad.
Stunning, but the clothing helps too. Okay?
Unless she wants to look even warmer.
Everything else going on with this girl, okay? So she's warm tone. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, now we have Miss Katy Perry. Woo! Hey, Katy.
Well, she's clearly
My
cool.
question to you is Katy
She's cool. She is obviously cool. You've just picked someone with blue lipstick, blue eyes, and very white skin and cool blonde hair. So I don't even have to be asked the question. She is cool.
Perry, cool, warm, or neutral? You take a guess and let me know. If you guessed cool, you'd be correct. She has cool tone skin. Why, you ask? Well, if you look at pictures like this one, where the warm colored hair does not quite flatter her face, you would know, well, she's probably not a warm girl because that doesn't look very good. And if you look at a picture like this with her with dark hair, and you're like, wow, why does she look so healthy and vibrant? Well, she has cool skin.
So I'm just going to stop it there because just because you have cool skin doesn't mean you can't have a warm hair color. It's all about balance and to balance out the skin tone and not always remain like you look washed out. In the first picture of Katy Perry there, she had really, really blonde hair. Did it suit her? Yes, she looked good. But if she's not wearing all that makeup and she goes out, she's going to look absolutely drained. So a little bit of warmth also goes a long way. I'm not saying go out with like goldy Goldilocks. It's like a little bit of warmth in there. Just inject it in so it'll bring out that inner glow.
Has a very pale complexion, she has pink undertones, all adding up to cool skin. Let's move on to the next one. Up next we have Ms. Jennifer Aniston. Ooh, hey girl, you looking good? So let's check her out.
No
Look
way.
up real close, get in there, figure out what's going on, and let me know if she has cool, warm, or neutral skin.
She's a neutral baby. She's neutral. She's very balanced skin tone. She has warmer hair, blue eyes. Her skin tone has a little bit of rosiness in the cheeks, but she also has that kind of cool undertone as well. So she has a perfect balance. Yes, Jennifer Aniston, you are perfect.
So, the correct answer would be neutral. It's neutral.
It's me!
Yeah, you know,
I'm a winner, baby!
tones in her cheeks. You're seeing warmth in her hair. You're seeing her roots are kind of an ash tone. You're seeing blue eyes. You're also seeing a glimpse of some gold jewelry that actually looks great on her. So you're seeing a lot of combinations of warm hair, warm jewelry, cool eyes, cool skin, a little bit of glowing yellow coming through her skin. You're seeing a lot of things mixed together, which...
So I just want to also stop it there again. So determining what your hair color is dyed as doesn't necessarily say what your skin tone is. It can bring out certain features, same with the jewelry, what clothing we might wear. But when we strip it right back, when we get up in the morning, we don't have her face beat, we don't have her hair colored, and we strip it all back, that's when you can truly see what your skin tone is and what you base it off. When you color your hair, when you add jewelry, it's an enhancement of your natural skin tone. So it doesn't always reflect what skin tone you are. It's always best to do when you're fully natural.
Now let's do a speed round. Let's get through the rest of these.
Oh, speed round.
Up next, we have Ms. Anne Hathaway.
She's a cool girl.
Is she cool? Is
She's a
she
cool girl.
neutral? We'll find out today on Brad Mondo's game show of Can You Pick the Skin Tone? What do you think she is?
I thought this was quick fire.
Guessed. Cool.
Yes.
You would be correct.
Thank you.
Anne Hathaway has cool tone skin. She's a very pale girl.
This is supposed to be a speed round. Let's go, Brad.
She's always rocking the dark hair. It looks great on her.
God.
Moving on. Let's talk about our girl Beyonce.
She's warm. Warm.
No.
Warm.
Has warm, cool, or neutral.
She's a warm girl.
Second. You have your answer? Me too. If you guessed warm, you would be correct.
Thank you.
Yay. And if you didn't guess that, well,
I also seen that she was wearing gold jewelry. Now, when I say gold jewelry, will it enhance more warmth into the skin? So if you don't want to add more redness or more warmth into your skin, that's why I say adding more silvers in there will bring out a more neutral skin tone.
get better next time. I'm pretty sure you can see why she's warm. She has this very rich skin with oranges and yellow undertones. She has this warm hair all the time. She rocks the color gold. She's a warm gal, okay? Now, up next, we have Jessica Alba. Do you think Jessica Alba has cool, warm, or neutral?
She's a neutral girl.
And then I'll let you know if you're right or wrong. You have your answer? Okay, cool. If you guessed cool, warm, if you guessed warm, you would be correct. I got you on that one, didn't I? She has warm skin. If you look.
No, she's a neutral girl. So when you look at Jessica Alba, her skin naturally, she has a bit of a glow here, a little bit of a tan. That doesn't necessarily mean, like I said, when you're stripped back, Jessica Alba isn't normally this tanned. She would have a little bit more of a neutral skin tone, even her hair color. She has a more olive vibe to her. So I would go more into the neutral lines opposed to her being very warm skin tone. Or just, yeah, just my opinion.
Hair, always rocking the caramel browns. It's always some kind of yellowy orange undertones in her hair. Her skin always looks like she just laid out for the perfect amount of time in the sun and got that beautiful sun-kissed glow. She has these beautiful brown eyes. Warm, warm, warm. Up next, we have Selena Gomez. Is she cool, warm, or neutral?
I'd just like to mention, I love Selena Gomez, but I don't love this haircut. But let's talk about... No, let's not say that because people will kill me. Don't kill me, I love Selena. I just don't like this haircut on her.
If you guessed neutral, you'd be correct.
She is a neutral skin tone. I'd agree with that.
I know you're probably like,
I wasn't ready for that one, it was too quick.
really smart. And you're like, that was neutral, duh. But you can see Selena rocking warm hair, warm highlights on a cool tone base. She might have dark hair with a lot of cool undertones like blues and purples, and then she might have highlights that are very warm. And it all seems to go together and work out for her. It always looks great. Her skin, you can see slight tints of yellow. You can see a lot of pink on her cheeks. There's a lot of different elements mixed together.
See, if I put Selena Gomez and Jessica Alba together, I think they have very similar skin tones. So that's why I would just suggest that she is actually in the neutral family.
And lastly, let's check out Ms. Reese Witherspoon. Does she have cool, neutral, or warm?
She's cool. She's definitely cool.
If you guessed cool, you'd be correct.
Thank
Check out her eye
you.
color.
Ah.
You can see in her cheeks, she has that pink undertone. You can see her in her hair color. She often looks best in a cool tone blonde, in my opinion. When she's more of a yellow blonde, I don't think it looks as good on her. She looks very...
So just reiterating again that you cannot base things on hair color and makeup. In the second picture he's shown, she had a slightly yellow tint to her hair, but her makeup was also warmer, so it was bringing out a lot of warmth. So you want to always remember that makeup can play a big part, and it's to do with what you naturally look like when you strip it all back. The first picture that we see here, like she has a little bit of pink into the cheek, the makeup is a bit more stripped back. Her hair is a more cool tone, but that doesn't necessarily mean that warm doesn't suit Reese, because warm skin or warm hair color can suit her. So yeah, moving on.
And gorgeous with the cool toned hair. So she's a cool girl. Now that we have so much knowledge,
This is the longest video.
we become better at understanding skin tones and what they mean and how to discover which skin tone you have or which skin tone your friends or family has. Well, now we can tell you what hair color will best suit you. Now that we got kind of through the hard part, this is the absolute easiest part. I mean, you've probably already discovered what hair color will look best. You pretty much just match your skin color. So if you're warm, you wear warm hair colors. You already know what warm hair colors are. So if you're in the blonde range, that's a golden blonde. If you're in the browns, you're gonna want a very warm, rich brown with undertones of reds and oranges and yellows, things to really warm you up, keep you cozy. You can also have warm reds where they have coppers, oranges as undertones. So it's gonna keep it very bright, bring out that warmth in your skin. On the flip side of that, if you ended up with cool tone skin and you want to be blonde, opt for a blonde that has very ashy undertones. So think of like blues. I know it's like hard to picture a blonde head of hair with blue undertones, but I mean, here's of course picture example.
So I'm thinking with warm, it all depends on what you want your skin to reflect. So if you have a warm skin tone, if you put a lot of warmth in there, like the colors he's suggesting, I can't talk. Suggesting is that you are going to have even more warmth to your skin, as I explained earlier. If you want to neutralize your skin, you can go in with something that is a little bit cooler. It all varies with hair colors and your skin tone, because you could have a little bit of warmth in your skin. You could be more on the neutral side. There's so many different factors to it. My recommendation is to go get a swatch. And when I say swatch, I mean color swatches. When you're in the hairdressers, lay them up against your skin. You can check that out. Or there's so many apps out there that you can go online, even on, what's it called? UCam Makeup, it's called. It's an app. You can put all different hair colors and check out your skin tone. I always recommend doing it in natural light, so you'll really see the full effect of what hair colors really suit your skin tone, because you never really know till you try. Even try on a few wigs.
But blue undertones doesn't really mean like you're seeing blue. Just think of a lack of warmth, right? So if you're not seeing any yellow undertones, you're seeing blue. You're not seeing it like my shirt. Blue tones do exist. They exist in order to cancel out those yellow tones and make kind of a pure white look. A little bit of a cast of blue. That's what makes it really icy. A cool tone blonde would be great. A cool tone brown. So brown's where you're not seeing any of that warmth shine through. You're not seeing any oranges or reds.
So just again, if you are really cool toned, if you have blue eyes, if you have almost cool gray skin, and you go in with a really cool brown or an extremely cool blonde without makeup, you are going to look dead. Yes, I said it, dead. You're gonna look dead. So add maybe a little bit of warmth in there. You don't need to look like you are a corpse.
It's very easy to see through with browns because brown has a lot of red and orange in it. So instead, the colors will have an ash undertone, which is a blue, which is gonna cancel out all those oranges and leave you with a cool toned brown. That will look great if you have cool toned skin. And then if you wanna go really dark, you can do a jet black with blue undertones. So a true black is...
If you have cool skin tone and if you have blue-black hair, please look at this picture of the corpse bride. And yeah, that's the very thing you don't want to be. A little bit of warmth. Just a little. It's not going to kill you.
More on the cool tone scale. And then lastly, if you want red hair, well, you can do red with purple undertones. Purple is cool toned, and you can have red hair mixed with that purple tone, and it'll give you a lovely cool toned red. And now for neutral.
So cool toned reds, yes. In fact, there is such thing, like you have an undertone of purple, and that is on the cooler side, but it's still warm. Reds, auburns, they're all still in the spectrum of warmer tones, so just remember that.
You can rock any color. The neutral scale, right, is a little bit...
I can hear drilling.
When I describe people's skin tones, when I look at them and they ask me if they're cool, neutral, or warm, and I somewhat feel like they're neutral, well then I'll often say like, oh, well you're neutral, cool. Or you're neutral, warm. So they are neutral, but they have a bit more warmth than coolness going on. Because I don't really think anybody's completely neutral. They're always kind of on one side or another, but
I definitely agree with that someone is sometimes on one side or the other. And that's why I always recommend using an app, using a swatch, throwing on a wig to really figure out what color you are, because you don't want to take the deep dive just in case. And always talk to your hairdresser, your hair expert, to guide you in the right direction.
So neutral blondes, they can wear, you know, a balayage moment where the top is a cool brown. The bottom has these beautiful painted highlights that are very warm. You can wear a sort of beige blonde where it's not cool, it's not warm, it's just right in the middle, or a champagne blonde, or go with any cool or warm color. It'll complement you either way.
If you're neutral, you can pretty much wear anything. Neutral skin tones can go cool, they can go warm, they can pretty much do it all. You can have whatever hair color you want. My favorite hair color on neutral skin tones are more beige blondes or more auburn browns. I think they look really good, really rich, and they bring out that like glowiness. Okay, that's the end of the video pretty much. So what I am concluding from this, I love what he says at the end about makeup, that you can really switch up whether you want to go from cool to warm, you can really work that makeup in. But again, it's what's on the daily when you strip it all back. What are you going to wear every day? What are you going to be like naturally? Do you always wear cool makeup? Are you always going to wear warm makeup? Do you really want to switch it up? Who knows? But whatever you choose to do is up to you. But that's all my information. Thank you, Brad Mondo, for this fabulous video, and we are gonna move on. I hope you got the information, all the information you want from me. If you agree, if you disagree, comment below. Don't forget to watch all of my fabulous videos on my channel. And you know what? I love you. I hope you love me. Bye.